investors, this is your girl Rauta Morning, and today I'm on my property tours. But today I'm going to be diving into that topic that says the 5 things you need to look out for when you want to buy a land right here on the island in Lagos State. Yeah, so there are some steps you need to take to buy a property on the island. You don't just go and just go in and see a land, pay and go. There are some basic things, very important things you need to do. But anyways, if you're actually wondering where I am, I'm right here in the Milton Estate. It's just a property that is off the expressway in Awoyaya, Lagos. Yes, the property is right here in Awoyaya, Lagos, just beside the Coast Charis Motors, and also beside the popular Green Spring School, one of the best schools in Lagos State. So yeah, that's it. But basically what I want to tell you today is actually the 5 things you should look out for when you want to buy a land on the island while I show you the property anyways. So come on in, let's talk about it. Right, so like I said, I'm going to give you 5 things you should watch out for before you invest or buy a land on the island in Lagos State. The first thing you should look out for is the preferred location. Okay, yes. Now you're going to ask yourself, the location I want to live on the island, does it suit my taste? I know everybody thinks island is only for the rich people. Really, island is not only for the rich people. Though. We have the high class living on the island, we have the middle class living on the island, we have the low class living on the island. So you have to be very, very sure of the location on the island. Yes, in Lagos, yes, there's a preferred location. You have to look for that location that suits you, suits your class or the kind of lifestyle you want to live. And the good thing about it is that there is a place for everybody. There's a place on the island for everybody. So be very particular about the location, okay? If you want to live in a beautiful location like this one I am in, this is called the Milton Estate. It's a beautiful location, right? Wonderful. But well, let's keep going. I'll tell you more while I tell you more reasons or more things to look out for when you want to get a land on the island. Okay, so another good thing that you need to watch out for when you're buying a land is actually what is the condition on that land that you want to buy on the island. You know, a lot of people are very skeptical about, buying land on the island. They'll tell you, that place is water, that place is swampy, it's everywhere there. You match your leg somewhere, you just dip inside, it's wet land, everywhere is wet. Yes, on the island, yes, the higher percentage of the land mass on the island are swampy lands or wetland. But there's a good thing about it. The good thing about it is that when we do sand filling here, when you feel very well, you can be able to live on a wetland without any problem. A lot of people are doing it. I mean, look at Eco Atlantic. It's basically water, and yet there's a big city there. On the island, we are not really afraid of the land is swampy or wet, but look at the conditions you should check out for. When you're buying that land, you have to make sure that you're not buying a land that is actually in a canal. In Lagos, on the island, there's a lot of canals that are built around where we channel water to, so that anytime rain falls, when water flows to a particular place, you have to be careful that when you're buying such land, especially virgin lands, they don't go and sell you a land where everybody will channel their water to. That becomes a problem, because no matter the infrastructure there, no matter the facilities there, no matter even what you're building, at the end of the day, all the water from everywhere will come and be meeting you there. So you have to be very careful. That's why it's good to go for site inspection. That's why it's good for you to go and visit that land, go and see it. Okay, look around it. Okay, what's happening? Even if it's a wetland, or okay, even if I sand fill, is there appropriate channel for drainages? Is my land actually where, in a place where you cannot redeem it, even if you fill up to the brim, you understand? Wetland is not a problem. Trust me. When you buy a land that you have to fill, it's not a problem on the island. People are built on top of water, and they are living and they have no issue with water at all. What I'm trying to tell you is that do not buy a land where every other person will channel their water to. Like when you're building a canal. For example, there is a particular property close by that I went to see the other day. The man built a 4-story building. And everybody around where he's living are not even complaining about water except him. Why? Because he went to build his land where everybody else is channeling their water to. He went to build his house, to say. So whenever it rains, all the water just comes from left, right, and center, come and park in his house. I think he did not inspect that property well before he made that purchase. So you have to be very, very conscious of that when you're buying a property on the island. You need to inspect. If you cannot inspect yourself, you can send a reliable person to come and do the inspection on your behalf to see where that property is. That's another good one. let me just chip this in. You see the Milton Estate there? There is no issue with water at all. They have good drainage system here. That there's a place where water will flow through very seamlessly. If it rains, in the next 1 second, everywhere is dry. Everywhere is dry. Just give it 1 minute. Everywhere is dry because the drainage system in the Milton Estate is a superb one. The estate is just off the expressway, so you know that water not going to be issue in this estate. So it's another good estate that if you want to buy, Milton, a good buy. No drainage issues. Let's continue. All right. Okay. The third reason or the third thing you should check out for when you're trying to buy a land on the island is actually the land title and right ownership. Okay, so you have checked out the location, you like the location, you've gone to look at the land and you like the condition of the land, you now want to make a purchase. What you should make sure you do that is very, very important. It's actually very, very important. You should make sure that the land has the appropriate titles. It has the correct title, and this person, that is whoever is transferring the land to you or is giving you the land, has the right ownership to that land to do the transfer, so you avoid yourself legal complications in the future. Okay, a lot of people make this mistake of not trying to do good due diligence, especially when it comes to land documents. You have to do it. Take your time, do a correct due diligence on that land you're buying, because once money has exchanged hands, it's going to be difficult to get your money back if you find out somewhere along the line that you've made a little bit of a mistake. So, of course, there are good land titles that you should look at for when you're trying to buy a property, but that is a video for another day. So if you want to get that video, if you want to get that information, all you need to do is subscribe to my page. Yes. This is me, Narrator Maureen, telling you to subscribe. Yes, subscribe to my page and share this content with everybody you think this content is valuable to. Share it around. And if you have any comments or questions, just respond in the comment section and I'll be willing to answer you. So going back, there are situations whereby you would see, some people will see very good lands. They like the land, they like the location. It's making sense and it's coming at a very giveaway price. You have to be careful for lands that are selling below the market value. Like you're seeing very cheap land, this land is too cheap, it's too affordable, you want to rush and buy it. So you have to be very careful. There's always a high tendency that land has issues. It could have legal issues, litigation. It could also be sold by the wrong person, or there is something on that land that somebody's not telling you the whole complete information on. So you do your due diligence. You have to do your due diligence. I cannot overemphasize it. Do your due diligence on the property you want to buy. Exactly. Make sure you do your due diligence on that property, okay? So the fourth option that you need to, look at when you're trying to buy a land on the island is actually the infrastructures and amenities around the land you're buying. Around the land you're buying, you're going to have to look for, if I presume you're trying to buy for building purpose. If you're buying for building purpose, look at the things you need to check out for. If you're going to build on that land immediately, you're going to look for how close is that land to the nearest amenities like banks, shopping mall, hospitals, marketplaces, how close is it to recreational centers, because all these things is going to be important to you by the time you start living, and you want something that you would be very easily accessible, that you will not have any sort of prevention. For example, this Milton Estate that I am in right now is actually close to beautiful landmarks like here. It's about 1 second drive from one of the best schools in town, which is Green Spring School. It's about another, let's say, 10 seconds drive to one of the big business moguls, which is Coach Charis Moto. Also to beautiful landmarks like the Omu Resort, which is a good place for you to go and relax with your family, friends. Also close to the golf course, and it's already a fully functioning estate. I mean, the Milton Estate is something that I would recommend to you who is looking to buy a land on the island that you want to live in, because the Milton Estate already covers everything for you. The land is located in a beautiful place. The land has a good title. It's also where people are already started building. People are living around. It's close to the supermarket. There's Novare Mall close by. There's a beautiful, wonderful school close by. There is other sit-up places, shopping malls, restaurants, where people hang out and relax and chill, even cinema. There's Sky Mall, not very far from here. So the Milton Estate is just that one you should buy, Sha. It's an estate that you have to buy. But anyways, still, if you're still looking to buy a land here, you should make sure that that land has those kind of amenities, especially if you want to start building immediately. Now, if you want to buy for investment purpose, let's say you want to buy a land and you want to flip it, maybe after a few years, maybe keep it for a little duration of time and sell it at an appreciated rate. People do that as well, you know. If you're looking at buying something like that, all you need to do is to ensure that where this land is located, there is good development going close by. Yeah, you want to buy a land where you are seeing that is attracting people to on the island. Granted, island is actually a place where a lot of people are migrating to right now because there's a lot of job opportunities here. There is you know, there's enough space here. There's job opportunities. There is a lot of infrastructures coming from the government to the island. There is also foreign investors' interest on the island. Now, island has a way that you can access it to other states, like, you know, Ogun State. You can from this island now go to Ogun Bini if you want. So it's actually attracting a lot of people. So if you're buying for investment purposes on the island, let's say you want to buy, keep it for a little while, and then make good returns, I swear to you, the island is a good place for you to do that right now. So if you're doing that, so make sure that wherever you're buying on the island is attracting, you know, people are coming there. There's a little while, if you buy, maybe for example, let's say the Milton. Pardon me that I'm using the Milton, no, but Milton is just fitting everything I'm talking about today. The Milton Estate actually came into the market not so long ago. It came in at the price of 21 million naira, and in just a short while the price appreciated to 35 million naira. Now, if you have this Milton Estate, when I say short while, I didn't mean like it took 5 years to get to 35 million, or it took you know, a long time. No. In a little while, I mean just a few months, let's say basically not up to a year, and the price appreciated to 35 million naira from 21 million naira. Let's say you buy the Milton now and you leave it for another 1 year. Do you know you can sell it almost double the price you bought it? I mean, that's a good investment property. This is a property that is very, very good for investment. Now, the Milton is very, very close to the road. If you buy, people that are interested in having hotels, people that are interested in having you know, shortlet houses or apartments, they will come and buy from you. They will look for lands like places like here. So why not key into the Milton? I mean, and it's very, very, very easy to key into the Milton. You know, we are not even asking you to bring the whole 35 million naira once. You can just do an initial deposit of 5 million naira, and you can spread payment for 6 months, 12 months. So it's not a property you should miss out. But hey, there are also other properties like that too. You know, look out for things like that. Properties like the Miltons that you know that, okay, if I invest my money in this, within a short while I'll make a good return from it. All right, now, okay, I'm going to talk about the final thing you should consider when you want to buy a land on the island in Lagos State. Okay, finally, it's a part of documentation, though. That is very, very important. Now, when you have seen the land has fit everything you need, you know, you've done all your due diligence, when you have seen that land that you want to buy on the island has meet every requirement, like you've done your due diligence, is there, you have, you know, checked out the location, it's making sense, and amenities, infrastructures around our neighborhood is okay. The next thing is to make sure that you're doing the right thing when it comes to getting the correct appropriate documents you should get on the land. You should make sure that when you are buying this land, or whoever you're purchasing this property from gives you a receipt, gives you a deed of transfer, and also, you know, gives you an acknowledgement letter acknowledging that yes, so they've transferred this to you, also done a deed of transfer or a deed of assignment to you. That is very, very important. There has to be documents showing even the titles on the land that, you know, when you're drafting this deed. More on what you should expect in a deed of assignment or a deed of transfer on my next video. I'm going to show a video. I'm going to do a video telling you exactly the things, the document, the things that should be written inside it, that you need to see. But for now, ensure that you get a document. Don't just go and pay money and assume that land is your own without having anything to back it up, because most people do that. Trust me, you may think, how can be that stupid, but people do it though. You just send money. They don't have any documents showing that they own of the land. I had a friend of mine that fell a victim to this. He bought some land some time ago in the outskirts of Lagos. Bought that land, and you know, as at then it was looking like bush. It was just normal bush. You know, people didn't expect that land to amount to much, so he just gave the owner of the property money, and then the person just wrote one small thing like that, like sign one small signature in one paper like that and gave to the man and said, don't worry, you have this land now. Now, as years went by, the property appreciated, you know, it started attracting a lot of people to that area, development started coming to that area, and it got to the time for this man to now take possession. When he went, the person that's owning the property is dead. So when he went to the family, then that's okay, presents what our brother gave to you, that gave you the right to this land. And he just brought out one paper and showed them, and they were like, what's this? What's this? What, I beg. And that was how we lost that land. You see? So don't be like that. Don't be like that person, okay? So make sure you get the appropriate documents to your land, okay? All right, so I'm going to say it again. Subscribe to my channel, share this content with people you think they find it valuable, and if you have any questions concerning this topic we talked about today or any other thing related to real estate, just ask in the comment section and I would respond to you, okay? All right, so yes, I'm still in the Milton Estate. This is one of the 3 bedrooms someone is building here. This has about 4 rooms in it. It's actually somebody building it right here in the estate. So if you want to buy a land here, or you want to buy a 3-bedroom terrace here, just call me. 3-bedroom terrace duplex. You can do an initial deposit of 15 million naira, spread the payments across 6 months or 12 months for a 3-bedroom terrace duplex right here. The location is Awoyaya, Lekki, Lagos. Also, if you want to buy a land here, the title here is beautiful, which is governor's consent already. It's buy and build land. You know what? Buy and you can start building immediately. And the price is 35 million naira. You can do an initial deposit of 5 million naira and spread payments across 6 months or 12 months. So it's a very, very flexible payment option, okay? So it's a girl, Laura Otomorin, and till I come your way next time, keep liking my posts, share, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up, okay? All right, that's it.